Alright, well, good Friday morning, everybody. We are, this is part 2 of our night drive up to Soco Gap last night. Say, why'd you go at night? Because that's when it snowed.
That's when it started. It was really coming down good.
We drove up there after we ate supper, and it looked like last night they might have had an inch of snow up there, but I'm anxious to see how much more fell overnight, if any.
Because it was coming down really good.
Yeah, there's a little more here down in the valley than what there was when we went to bed. It's not a lot, but we're going to drive back up to Soco Gap this morning. Don't really know what all we're going to do today. We had talked about doing a hike. I think that's out, though. We may go to, what about, are we equipped to go to Soco Falls now?
Yeah.
Do you need to grab anything for?
No, because I did wear my hiking shoes.
I think mine are in the back, so we might do something shorter, depending on how much snow there is. We may go to Soco Falls. It's just right below Soco Gap. That's a very short, easy hike, and it's pretty.
Yeah, it is.
We were going to do Mouse Creek Falls, which is actually over 4 mile round trip, but I'm not going to be able to do that today. More than likely, maybe tomorrow. We'll see.
You keep seeing the lights flashing here. Our doors are frozen.
Yeah, is there any way to make those lights go off?
No.
No. All right. So yeah, once the doors, we're able to open them and shut them again. So it's always those two side doors. It's never the front ones or the back.
Yeah.
Let's turn the camera back around and let's just show riding through Maggie Valley here in the daytime with a little bit of snow on the ground, and watch it pick up as we go up the mountain.
Yep.
Sorry, I had to turn the wipers on, so that always gets him going. I'll wait till he calms down and I'll do it again. Everybody always likes this. Right. He's not quite calm just yet. Since we have had him at what, about 10, 12 weeks old, he has hated the shoe wipers.
Yes, he has.
And even though his eyesight's not as good as it used to be, he still can spot wipers moving. Okay, it's okay. Don't growl at me. Now he's giving me a kiss. Alright, so I got him calmed down. Let's give him a few more minutes to settle down. Those wipers are really, really threatening to him.
Oh, the kisses.
He's leaving my hand now.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Alright, ready? Alright, we're getting ready to leave the city limits of Maggie Valley, and usually right after you leave the city limits is where the snow picks up a little bit, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Maggie Valley is one of the most beautiful places. Haywood County is probably, in my opinion, the most beautiful county in the state of North Carolina.
Well, I remember when we first got married, we always talked about when we retired and stuff like that, moving up to Waynesville, Maggie Valley area.
We have talked about that. I think we're pretty much dug in where we are now, but we do like to get up here a lot, as much as we possibly can.
So I'm glad, we're able to come.
There's the Route 19 in. We stayed there back in the fall, and that was one of those beautiful falls I've ever seen.
It was.
They got a pretty good amount of snow on the ground up there. But it's just fun to have a spring day snowfall here in the Smokies. It's not unusual. Used to snow a lot in March. Even at home, some of our biggest snows ever were in March, like the blizzard of '93. You remember that one?
I do.
But it's been a couple years since we've had March snow at home, and I guess they get them up here more frequently. But in fact, go to places like Newfound Gap, Cleveland's Dome, and often snows even in April.
Oh, yeah.
So we're just riding up the same place we rode last night, and hopefully see it a little better in the daytime. A lot of these little stores on the side of the road that sell like apples, little souvenirs, molasses. That's the old Gray Mare there.
Looks like they're kind of closed for the season for now.
Yeah. Pitter the Potter, a working studio. Don't look like it's a working studio, unless it's down that road somewhere. But the snow is all cleared out now, and I don't see a cloud in the sky, do you?
No, it's completely
Clear blue sky right now. We would take you up into the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, but hopefully they'll open the road today. It seems like anymore they look for a reason just to close it. If the wind blows or whatever, I mean, I know trees can blow over, but it just seems like, does it seem to you the National Park roads close more and more?
They do. It's like to prevent things. Used to, it's like, you know, at least it starts snowing, then they close it.
Yeah, now I got the notice on my phone night before last they were closing it in anticipation of the weather. It hadn't even gotten here yet.
I hadn't logged back in. That's probably why with my new phone, since I didn't get the notification. That's why when you said it last night, I said, "Oh, did they?" Because I was thinking I didn't see it.
No, the point I'm making, that's the only place to get high enough to see substantial snowfall, except for Soco Gap. Soco Gap's a little lower than Newfound Gap, but it's high enough to where it does catch some snow. And you are seeing it thicken up as we approach Soco Gap.
Just looking at the little houses on the sides of the mountains and stuff like that, you know, what pretty views they must have.
Oh, I can imagine. Well, do you remember last winter, or was it two? Whenever we had the drone incident.
Oh, yeah.
We came up here, and there was like a foot of snow at the top.
Yes.
And they use those side-by-sides. They park their cars down in the parking lot.
Because they can't get up the hills in the car.
Yeah, and pretty much everybody up here owns a side-by-side. The guy that took us on a ride on one up to help me find the drone, he said that's the only way you can do it up here.
Yeah, it is.
Because those roads are so steep and curvy. When they're snow covered, they're basically...
And nobody plows them.
Yeah. He said pretty much everybody up here has one of those. What amazes me about this snowfall is that it has been so warm. At home, it's been in the 70s last few days, probably in the upper 50s here, but still, that's fairly warm. And then just the next day, snow.
Oh, I know. I think today's high in Maggie Valley is supposed to be 55.
Yeah, so this is going to be going in a little, well, back down to the valley, it will be going in a little bit. It'll stick around up here a little bit.
Yeah. We just basically got up and changed and...
I remember the blizzard of '93. I mean, you weren't married yet. We were dating. I was helping y'all move, and it had been like 70 the day before that. And next thing you know, blizzard comes in, 16 inches of snow. Some places have got a lot more than that, and brutally cold for about a week after that. Like it never touched freezing.
Well, I know when we come through the Great Smoky Mountains. After that, remember there was still snow and ice, you know, inside.
You talking about on the honeymoon?
Yeah, in April.
Yeah, in April. Well, we've been through there a lot of times in April.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but you're right. There was from the blizzard. Mount LeConte got 63 inches in that blizzard. All right, so we're going to go back up to the same little parking lot last night. We're actually, let's see, Jackson County, Haywood County line right here. And you just get on the Blue Ridge Parkway and drive to the little overlook before the barricade.
Looks like only one set of tracks.
And that would be ours from last night, probably.
Because when we come through,
who else does this? But you've seen us do a couple of snow drives to Maggie Valley, and this is as high as we can get right here at Soco Gap until they open the national park back up. So it looks like maybe they picked up another inch after we left last night, maybe. I'd say there's probably 2 inches. What would you say?
Yeah, probably so.
And of course, there is a barricade ahead. We wanted to bring you a sunrise and a sunset from Water Rock Knob. Unfortunately, Water Rock Knob is even higher than this, and it's on the Blue Ridge Parkway, so we can't get to it.
Yeah, unless it melts enough for them to come clear it, I doubt it. They'll do that on the weekend.
That's the one place you can get there in the morning and get a great sunrise, and then go back that evening and get a great sunset. Same spot. Alright, so we're back here at Soco Gap overlook. You want to get out and walk around?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to have to be very careful. This parking lot is frozen solid. It was slush last night. It ain't slush now. And as I always like to point out, when it gets cold, the rhododendrons curl up like cigars. And then once it warms up, they'll open back up. Now, if you have been watching us for at least 2 years, you will remember that down in these woods here, Shaughnessy laid down, did a snow angel. Then didn't you say something about how am I going to get back up?
Probably.
So she's going to repeat that for us again. Why?
Because I don't want to lay in the snow and get even more cold.
Yeah, I don't blame you a bit. Alright, so you want to walk down through there or you want to head on to Soco Falls?
We can walk down a little ways
Alright.
if you want to. And then we can still go step and fall.
Walk ahead of me if you fall. We want to get that. So, 'cause I'm the one that fell last time. It's your turn.
It's not really slippery. It's pretty powdery.
Yeah, it is. The parking lot is, though. The parking lot is like a solid sheet of ice. I'm guessing about 2 inches. Let's see what you got.
About 2 inches?
I think so, yeah.
Seemed like I laid like right in this seat.
I believe it was.
Too many sticks
Why'd you lay there before then?
for the video.
Well, we've got new subscribers since then.
Well, they can go back and watch our old video.
They may not know about it.
Or you just told them.
Alright, I'm a little worried about right here. It looks kind of rocky a little bit. There's just something about being in the woods with a blanket of snow. It soothes the soul. That's profound, wasn't it? What do you think?
I like it. It's cold, but I like it. It's like they're frozen, and then they even got the buds. Late spring.
Yep. Alright. Alright, so there's the barricade for the Blue Ridge Parkway headed south. So you can't get on that. Down that road is the highest point on the entire Blue Ridge Parkway. So, you know, that's going to be closed off right now.
Elevation 4,340 feet.
Right here. Don't even worry about that. That's not anything.
Yeah, when it is covered in snow with
Yeah, that's a beautiful view that breaks into view
pretty.
when it's a heavy snow, but it's not heavy enough to really weight the trees down or anything.
No, it's not.
Falls closed. Well, there's some news.
Oh, it already says it.
Isn't that something?
Why?
I do not know. We'll drive down to the parking lot at least see why.
What if they're doing some type of maintenance or something?
Alright, so let's scratch Soco Falls from the agenda. Alright, we've turned around now and we're going back up Highway 19. I want to show you the situation with Soco Falls. This is kind of surprising and disappointing at the same time. I don't know if they've closed it down permanently. I don't know. If anybody knows, tell me, because I don't know if something happened there. But not only do they have it barricaded off, but they put these guardrails up. I don't know why you would do that if it's a short-term closure. But we were going to bring you that hike. It would have looked very beautiful here in the snow.
Yeah, it would have.
And unfortunately, you can't see it from the road. You do have to walk down to it. But I'm a little surprised by this. Soco Falls closed. And notice the guardrails on the side. They have actually covered the parking lot with guardrails. And that doesn't look like a short temporary. Well, we haven't got to it yet, but I'll show you. Because there was a little pull off where you could get, what, 8-10 cars in the lot.
Yeah. Oh, right up here.
Yeah, right up here. You start to see the orange barrels. And that's new guardrail, too. Right there's the parking lot. See that black chain link fence behind? That's where you walk down to the falls. So I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know
that's
what's
just
going on.
weird.
It's disappointing too.